What's up, everyone, and welcome to ClearTalk. So, in this video, we're going to be talking about MAGA is dead. So yeah, that's what this whole video is going to be about. So we have, this civil war breaking in MAGA, and the cracks and stuff that have been little by little forming over for a while now. Seem to be of completely breaking and a civil war happening, a splitting of the movement, which has been brought about apparently by the Epstein files, which we just talked about, and Israel. Yeah. This is the part of MAGA that is the true or different. Well, this is part of the factor that is true America first. And they feel like Trump is not sticking to his word about being America first. And so they're breaking from it. You have key members of the movement, from politicians to podcasters and to even base people coming out, that MAGA is dead, throwing away, doing away, burning their hats and other apparel and memorabilia, and moving in an America only, America first, America only direction, and like that is a new staple for them. They're doing away with MAGA. So we're going to talk about that, and I find it interesting to talk about. So thank you very much for joining me. If you are new here to ClearTalk, welcome. If you'd like to check out videos from the rest of the channel, please do so. Consider subscribing, like, share, all that good stuff. And to help get more videos in front of more people, help build up the JMD Nation. And so if you'd like to check out videos from my other channels as well, JMD Drummer, Play, Puzzling, if you like what you see there, consider subscribing to those. Yeah, to help grow those channels as well. If you like to give any kind of donation or help support in any kind of way, there's Patreon there for $3 a month. You can help with any of the channels on that, or help Patreon grow itself. Or if you like I said, one-time donation there's also that QR code there for that. Any way you want to help the JMD Nation and become a part of JMD Nation, it's very much appreciated, and I thank you very much. We thank you very much. And if you're returning, you're freaking amazing. Thank you very much for coming back over and over and over again. So, this is again something that's been going for a little while now. There's been I've talked about it. A few others have talked about it. There were cracks there. We've been trying to bring up the points of like what Trump went on back, even all the way back to 2016 in his first administration, to his ongoing campaign years, to eventually get back in the White House now, and the things that he promised for those base followers of America First, and all this rhetoric about what he was going to do. And for some, apparently, they have come to the reckoning that Trump is not doing those promises, that he is breaking and not accomplishing those America First policies and promises for what they would do, or how they would like to see our government run and what it concentrates on. And a lot of this has come around the support for Israel and the genocide there. And that's something that has connected with some of these people, is that they have seen blatantly that it's a genocide, and they have associated it to that. It may have took some time, but they did. And they have started to connect the dots of the power and influence that Israel has on Washington, and that very much feels like not exactly America First. the anti-war, the anti-interventionist, the foreign aid sector of MAGA, even with what we've done in Ukraine or whatever. This is too much for them. They don't want. Yeah, that is when it comes to America first. It is literally America first. We don't want any foreign aid. All our tax dollars should be completely put into America and America only. Like the people here, life conditions here, and everything. This is what America First is about. And also for those who were wanting the mass deportations and stuff, they have not done enough for. They are blaming the administration for not doing enough. They want more brown people sent out. I mean, this is the sentiment of America only, is literally America only, like Americans only, and what their identity of Americans are, which is not everybody. This is what is breaking from MAGA, because the administration is not doing enough for them. And to feel like the MAGA movement is the idea for that they want to keep moving forward with. And they've decided no, that MAGA does not stand for anything. It doesn't stand for what they thought it would stand for. Make America great again doesn't feel like actually making America great again. It feels like making everything else and other people and other groups and other countries and everything make great again, not America itself. So there's this growing and breaking, and it's the ultimate conclusion to what this administration and this movement has done and has perpetrated, and the promises that they made that I knew was not going to ever happen, but ultimately, this is how it comes to fruition. This is the ultimate ending. When you don't go, when you feed into the most extremes of a side, and you don't meet the mark that they are expecting, that extreme mark, they will suddenly go against you. You're not doing our extremes. You're not going crazy enough. So therefore, you're not what we need. We want something to do what we want. And so they're ultimately breaking. So we have I don't talk about much because, quite frankly, the dude is fucking crazy. Although maybe I should talk about him every so often. But here we are. Nick Fuentes. This guy is an extreme right podcast influencer, social media, and he has a huge following. And he has been behind from the beginning a lot of what fueled into MAGA. But MAGA, for him, apparently recently, he has come to the conclusion it is not good enough. And it is not extreme enough for him. And so he's breaking. And he's breaking in the direction and taking on other influencers and people that he feels are the true America First, or at least are rhetorically and in some degree actioning on at least some degree of American First. And he's taking that on. He's taking all of them as a new group and moving forward in a new direction. So here we go. Here is Nick Fuentes in how he feels about this.
It is 2025. We are 10 years into the MAGA revolution. After the third campaign, a year into the second term. And let's look at the ledger. On the side of MAGA, you have Lindsey Graham, Ben Shapiro, Marco Rubio, Randy Fine, Mark Levin. Apparently, all of that is MAGA. Together, they support war with Iran, Chinese students, H-1B visas, 300,000 deportations all year. And then on the other side, apparently what is not MAGA, what is kicked out of MAGA, wacky, crazy haters, Republican haters, Democrats, third worldists. You got Tucker Carlson, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Thomas Massey, Andrew Tate, Nick Fuentes, Alex Jones. You got all these people on the other side in favor of America first, mass deportations, no foreign students, no foreign workers, no war with Iran, no war with Russia in Ukraine. What has become of the movement? It's been inverted, and it is now dead. And I think people recognize that. It is now a decision, and we're going to introduce our other topic, but this is now the dichotomy. You have MAGA on the one side, and what does this even stand for anymore? You got MAGA on one side. What does that even mean? Make America great for who? Make it great for Israel, Indian immigrants, Chinese students, illegal immigrant farm workers. Make America great again for them. Make Israel great. Make America great for the global empire, defense contractors, big pharma, Wall Street, Silicon Valley, Palantir. You got MAGA on the one side, and like I said, Randy Fine, Lindsey Graham, Marco Rubio, Ted Cruz. And then on the other side, you got America first. No ambiguity, no ifs, ands, or buts. What does that mean? America first, Americans first, America only. America first is our credo. Americanism, not globalism, is the credo. Tucker, Fuentes, Candace, Marjorie, Thomas Massey, Dan Bilzerian, Myron, Jake Shields, Lucas Gage, all the greats, all the usual suspects. That's the question. Aiden Ross, Sneeko. Yay. This is the dichotomy. What are you for? Are you with America first or are you with MAGA? I think after this month, after this year, 2025 is the year that MAGA died. This is the year that this hat is no longer controversial. The hat is not edgy. The hat is not provocative. It doesn't even mean anything. This hat is dead. This hat is dead. Now, metaphorically speaking, and this is the future. America first is the future. Explicit, unambiguous, direct, actually has denotative meaning. America first is the credo. So anyway, we'll talk about all that. That'll be our featured story.
So that's what he's declaring. That MAGA is no longer. That MAGA is, this is the year that MAGA will die. And it's because that, and the interesting thing about this, about what he said there, was that I actually agree with a lot of things he just said. What MAGA actually stands for, everything that he just said there, or for what MAGA stands for, and what those who are in control, those who are ultimately paving the path for MAGA, okay, Trump and his administration and everybody he named there, that are at the top of what MAGA is like, and moving the ball for MAGA, so to speak. He's correct. He's correct in everything that he said that they stand for. That is absolutely correct. And all of the worst things about MAGA, some of the worst things about MAGA, I should clarify. But the thing about him is the reason why he's breaking from it is because they're not extreme enough. They're not truly America enough. Meaning he wants more mass deportations. The 300,000 he declared was a number too small. He wants more. Absolutely no foreign workers in America. Nobody here from outside of America that are not American citizens. Period. He doesn't. This is how far he is America first, America only. Okay, that's the point. That MAGA is not far enough. So that's his argument. Now, do I agree with that sentiment and what he wants? I mean, this is coming from someone who is a decorative, racist, xenophobic, like Nazi. Okay, this guy has charted and like celebrated, has propped up Hitler and how much he actually likes Hitler or liked Hitler. I mean, this guy is an extreme of extreme, crazy right. Let's be clear. And he's breaking, though, from MAGA because they are not extreme enough. Because they're not American enough, and they're not extreme enough in their racism and their xenophobia, and not, in pushing for America only, the real Americans, the white Americans, enough. So let's not pretend like this is a good guy or that he has good and like positive, beneficial to society opinions. But what he was stating in there about MAGA, about those who he is actually deeming as MAGA now and has taken over MAGA, he is correct. They are Israel first. They are for the things that he stated, that, the elites, the rich, making America great for, Wall Street, making it great for Silicon Valley, making it great for all these, the millionaires, along with Israel. That's what they are about. Sorry, for a minute there, I had a brain fart, so to speak. That is what they're about. And though that is a problem, that most certainly is a problem and something that is not beneficial for America. Not like regular Americans. But neither is his opinion. His opinion is even just as bad, if not in some degrees worse. But this is the sentiment that has happened in MAGA, that the ones in power right now, Trump and his administration, is not doing America first. That they are kowtowing and bending the knee to Israel, and it's all about what they want more. They're bending the knee to the rich and powerful and the wealthy and what they want more, and they're not actually helping American citizens. And he is right on that. Now, he's not right in his own opinion of what needs to happen, but he is right about that. And this has caused not him specifically, but this whole sentiment that is growing within these type of personalities, and what's being talked about and what's being felt by the MAGA sections of MAGA, parts of MAGA, the American First parts of MAGA, is growing to where now we're having videos and pictures and everything of MAGA hats being burned by MAGA supporters, or I guess ex-MAGA supporters, because of what the administration is doing. We have, and some are claiming, hey, these are actually left people burning, make burning them, and this is not actually, that's some sentiment. And while there's a possibility that some of it is, there's no doubt that some of it's being at least probably fueled, like there probably are some left people who decide that saw this happening and are fueling the fire, so to speak, by adding to it to make it maybe even look bigger than what it is, but nevertheless, you do have true MAGA people who are completely jumping ship right now. Here's one right here.
All right, so this is a Trump 2020 hat. And if you're just going to be owned by the Jews and go against everybody that actually is America first
and cover for
pedophiles,
the Epstein
then you
files.
can fuck off, Trump. You're losing people quick. What else do we got? We got some hoodies.
We're burning those in the big fire.
Oh, we're going to put those in the big fire?
Yeah, those are two polyester.
We've got a Ultra MAGA shirt. We've got tons of flags. We got way more hats.
We don't have the flags anymore. I threw those away.
Oh, you threw the flags away already? Good. Oh, yeah. There's some good kindling.
Yeah.
These are from the very first Trump rally we ever went to in 2017 when he came to Topeka, Kansas and did a rally for Chris Kobach. Throw him in there. Piece of shit. Have a good life with all your Jew owners.
Some from 2020, some from 2016.
Fuck you.
Wow.
Sure as fuck aren't making America proud right now. And for the record, we stand with MTG and Massey.
Yeah. So, and you have the pictures like this that are floating around of burning MAGA hats. Some of them possibly are just AI generated. Some of them, like I said, could be from people who are not even MAGA. But there is a growing movement here of burning MAGA flags.
MAGA hats are off. America First hats are on.
And moving to America First. So, that is, I find very interesting. I find that it does in some degree, although it's an early movement, an early break, an early pushback, but I feel that it is going to be a continued growing sentiment that might actually vindicate what Fuentes was saying about MAGA coming to its death by the end of this year. And I think it's going to very much revolve around the Epstein files and what comes about it within the next month. This is crazy that, again, like I said in the previous video on the Epstein files, it's crazy that this is what it would come to, but like that this is what it took. But you heard there, the sentiment there. If you're going to, protect pedophiles, if you're going to, only protect and benefit Israel, if you're going to, we're not making us proud. We're Americans only. We want America only policies, and you're not making us proud. And MTG and Massey are taking this like this. They are really who has been bolstering this move and change. I think MTG is full-heartedly taking on. I think she basically, is coined the America First, the hat and everything, the movement. And I would even willing to bet that this has all been leading up, all the actions that MTG has been doing here lately, pushing up and being the one person really that is wholeheartedly committed to pushing back on these Epstein files and the Trump administration, although she still has a tendency to like protect or defend, make up excuses for Trump, like specifically for Trump. But I'm starting to feel like she's even losing that with the recent infighting and commentary that Trump has been doing on True Social, pointing her out as a traitor and as a rhino and other things. I mean, and she has taken a little bit of offense to it. And while she's still in talking, she's, states how she's, that she's been with this guy and supported him and defended him for years now, and she still feels like he has no reason to be upset about this. Like, if you have no problem, why are you so against it? If there's no issue here, if the people that I support will not be implicated in this, then what is the problem? Just release them. That's like the factor here in this whole argument. But the administration has been trying and doing everything they can to keep it from happening. But she today, after, and apparently the vote, in before getting the vote, or maybe sometime in this getting a vote, somewhere in today, she here she is talking about it.
Thank you, Thomas. Thank you, Ro. I woke up this morning and I turned to my weather app to check the temperature, and it was 32 degrees. And my first thought was, hell has froze over.
That's clever.
I want to speak goodness and love and hope into the women standing behind me and all of the other survivors whose names you don't even know, but stand with these women. They are survivors, and they are strong, and they are courageous, and they are daughters of God. They are not victims. These women have fought the most horrific fight that no woman should have to fight, and they did it by banding together and never giving up. And that's what we did by fighting so hard against the most powerful people in the world, even the President of the United States, in order to make this vote happen today. I was called a traitor by a man that I fought for 6 years for. And I gave him my loyalty for free. I won my first election without his endorsement, beating 8 men in a primary. And I've never owed him anything, but I fought for him for the policies and for America first. And he called me a traitor for standing with these women and refusing to take my name off the discharge petition. Let me tell you what a traitor is. A traitor is an American that serves foreign countries and themselves. A patriot is an American that serves the United States of America and Americans like the women standing behind me. And I want to tell you that this only became possible today because the American people whom we serve as representatives here in Congress demanded that this vote happen, and they put more pressure on every single elected politician in this city than has ever been put on them. And today you are going to see probably a unanimous vote in the House to release the Epstein files. But the real fight will happen after that. While I want to see every single name released so that these women don't have to live in fear and intimidation, which is something I've had a small taste of in just the past few days, just a small taste. They've been living it for years. But the real test will be, will the Department of Justice release the files? Or will it all remain tied up in investigations? Will the CIA release the files?
Okay.
Will a judge in New York release the information? That's information that needs to come out, And will the list of names that these women privately hold, and they hold it because of their fear in their heart of what would happen to them if they release it on their own, will that list of names come out? That's the real test. So I want to thank Thomas Massey and Ro Khanna for your bravery in doing something that is much needed in America, crossing the political aisle that has become bigger than the Grand Canyon in America. But these men crossed that aisle on behalf of these women. And that is more of what is needed today in America than ever in our history.
So, and of course, I want to go ahead and platform this because I think it's a fantastic video. She placed this out. This is the victims of kind of an ad of sorts pushing for the Epstein files to be released.
I suffered so much pain.
So much pain.
So much pain.
I suffered so much pain. I was 14 years old.
I was 16 years old.
I was 16.
17.
14 years old.
This is me.
This was me.
This is me when I met Jeffrey Epstein.
This is me when I met Jeffrey Epstein.
There are about 1,000 of us.
Wow.
It's time to bring the secrets out of the shadows. It's time to shine a light into the darkness.
Five administrations and we're still in the dark. Call your Congress member and demand to release the Epstein files. So that was a fantastic ad. And kudos to MTG for getting behind this. She certainly seems completely legitimate, and understandably so, to protect women who have been abused, and went through this. And clearly this is yes, of course the file should be released, no doubt. I think there is also a little bit of an under thing going here with Marjorie Taylor Greene with the, starting of the America First, along with this. If I was to make a good argument here, I think she is pushing to be potentially a candidate for 2028. If I was just, I think that she's propping herself as, for those who feel that Trump is not doing what he promised, and there's a growing sentiment clearly of that going on, she's propping herself to be that force against Trump, that he didn't do what he promised and I'm going to do it. And this situation here with the Epstein files, I completely agree with her when she talks about the Israel and the genocide and what we've done there. I completely agree with her. I think she's on the right side of both of those situations, both of those issues. But there is, let's be clear, just like with Nick Fuentes and even the likes of like Tucker Carlson or Alex Jones or any, there's moments where like a dead clock that twice a day is correct, but the rest of the day is fucking wrong. She certainly has ideologies and beliefs and like opinions of policy that are not good. So this is not in any kind of way putting her on a pedestal or beefing her up, but I'm just stating that in these two issues, she is correct. And on these issues, these are the two issues that are breaking MAGA. They're breaking Trump and his administration. Of all the things that they have done, that is could argue from war crimes, humanitarian crimes, in illegal acts. I mean, up and down every damn thing that they've touched. But on these two factors, this is the thing that is breaking MAGA. And there is now an official, I think, official breakup, an official war going on within the Republican Party of MAGA, the Israel wealthy lobbying coalition there, corruption, criminal, protection of criminals, and all that. Economical thievery, and those of the MAGA and Republican right, far right, who are America First individuals that are stuck in their, like, partially in their conservatism of morals when it comes to things like this, the genocide and the Epstein files or whatever, but also they're stuck in this sort of prejudiceness of American and American only, and like fuck the rest of the world too, where that, is still controversial, at least in the direction, at least in the way that a lot of them promote for. But this is I would have to, and we have seen this coming, and we've predicted this, that these type of extreme movements can't last for so long, especially from the right. Their authoritarian tendencies, their racist tendencies and hateful rhetoric tendencies of because for them it's like even for like Nick Fuentes also brought up another one, like how he's that is frustrating when it comes to the Israel part of this question and issue, that it seemed to be okay. It seemed to be this atmosphere that that come with MAGA and the movement, and what that it was starting to be, the woke stuff was being broken, cancel culture was being ended, and that that it was now cool again to hate people, to talk about people with their version of free speech, which is being able to say whatever the fuck they want and not have any repercussions for it, or not even fearing repercussions for it. That's what freedom of speech means for them. That they can say anything, hate on anybody, any minority group, period, doesn't matter who it is, and that was okay, and it was okay in the administration, in the movement, and the politicians behind it were perfectly okay with all of that, except for one group, and that was Jews. That was Israel, and it's all put together into one bubble, that they're the same, and that there's if to say anything negative in any type of aspect of Israel or Zionist Judaism or anything like anything, and what's actions been taken is anti-Semitic and is wrong, and you can't say that. Cancel culture all around that. Anybody else is open game, but you can't say anything about it. And he said, why? He was saying that's not free speech. For him, that was not free speech. He should be able to say whatever the fuck he wants, hate speech of anybody he wants to, including them. Like, he wants to be able to hate everybody with no consequences. Anybody he would like on any given day, choose it. And for him, that would be free speech. That would be freedom. So you see, like, even for him in his argument, it's like, it's not fair for him. He feels that he can't hate on here into this group when he can hate anybody else and it not be a problem politically for him. And he wants to be able to do that too, and it not be a big problem. When what free speech should be is, yes, you have the freedom to speak however you choose, yes, but you must also face the social consequences for things that you decide to hate on. Not that there are no repercussions, that nobody can then come back at you and hate on you if they would so choose. That would be the social repercussions of putting out hate speech in a free, actual free speech world. But see, someone like Fuentes, he wants to be able to say anything he wants and nothing come back at him. He doesn't want to face those repercussions. And that's what the far right, when they talk about free speech, that's what they talk about. Free speech for them, not for other people. But that's his issue when it comes to, he wants to be able to hate if he so chooses to in any kind of way he wants to. And the fact that he's not allowed to is a problem for him. And it seems to only seems to be anything wrapped around Israel. So that's the reason why he personally, along with the funding and the war and stuff like that, which he also is completely, holistically against, because it's giving our funds. It's not that there's a moral issue with it. It's that we are giving our money for it, and he doesn't want to pay for it. He wants what he pays for to be solely for only Americans and Americans, period. So it's not even really a moral issue in that, when it should be. But yes, I mean, this is the break in the MAGA movement. I agree that it very much so is probably the beginning of the end. And this will be the demise of the Trump administration. The actions that they have taken when it comes to the right. This is the ultimate fall that will continue. We will continue to see unravel in the Republican Party. Now, would I like to see this America First coalition gain strength in the Republican Party? No, not exactly, because I don't think they're any better. In some degrees, they're worse. But nevertheless, I'm hoping that this interfighting and will reveal a lot of sides of this group that will ultimately allow for a more them taking down the I'm perfectly fine with them taking down the corporate corruption moderate liberal Democrat area too. Perfectly fine, because they are corrupt. They don't do anything for the American people. Little crumbs here and little crumbs there does not help fix anything or improve anything. So yeah, I'm here and grabbing popcorn. Not popcorn, because I don't really like popcorn, but I'm grabbing whatever my my snack of choice. and enjoying this fight and this tear down and fall of MAGA, of the Republican Party altogether, hopefully, and even the elite Democrats who have been in power, the corporate, moderate, do nothing Democrats, to be taken down as well in all of it. So that hopefully the more left progressive side can have some influence and gain some momentum, which I think is happening very much so. So for me, that's what I want to see. And actually hopefully be able to implement some genuine change. Some responsible, genuine America first sentiment, or America first, but not America only. Like some sentiment there that we most certainly take care of our own people, but then we also try to make the world better in our actions and decisions on how we work with other governments and other people around the world to ultimately improve society at large and lift everybody up. That's what I would like to see. That I don't feel anybody in this argument, in this inner fighting and would have good policies for or good intentions for. So anyway, let me know what you think though. Thank you very much for joining me. This was a long video, longer than I planned. Yeah, let's have a conversation. So until next time, peace. ClearTalk, I'm out.